Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter down. Welcome you to yet another Title Belt Championship Boxing video. We got ourselves a classic in our hands. We're down to 8. We started with 32 and now we're down to 8. So today, that being Monday, we have ourselves the Monday quarterfinals. And this is between Donovan Razor Ruddock, the heavyweight, and another heavyweight, Robert Claroux. These two will fight. Danny Milano and Eddie Alano, good cutman. This matchup at Casino Raba by Owen Sound. JD Lyons, your announcer. Jordan Blogs, the Rankai Girl. Pretty sub Davey Mendoza and Orlando Sam are your judges, with Jason Wood, your ringside expert. Razor Ruddock, 2-0 from Jamaica by way of Western Ontario. So he went to Western. 6'3" and 224 pounds today. Biography 37, 5, and 1. Has his own website. The Canadian Heavyweight Championship, the IBC Heavyweight, and the WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Known for his 2 bouts with Mike Tyson. He's beaten Mike Weaver, James Smith, and Greg Page, among others. Good punchers. He has defeated Fernando Gagnon and Lou Brouillard to get this part. And you got Robert Claroux, who was born in the U.S. but raised in Montreal, 6'2" and 210 pounds today. Biography 48, 6, and 1, the Canadian Heavyweight Championship. 3 matches. He lost to Lou Brouillard last July 1st as a thing, but he's beaten Chocolate Godfrey in Edmonton, and then in Toronto he KO'd Dave Castello in the first round. So we'll see what happens. The smart money's on Ruddock, and now we play 10 rounds of action, not 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
But unfortunately for Ruddick, he just ran out of time, and Claru will be going to the semifinals. Punches wise, yeah. Well, Ruddick got knocked down 4 times, so, like, really. On everyone's scorecards, well, actually, Priasub and Mendoza did have Claru winning by 6 points. Sam only had Claru winning by 3. So Ruddick was kind of slow out of the gate. Our second quarterfinal is Larry Gage, the heavyweight, against the light heavyweight, Jean Pascal. So remember, the winner of this gets Claru in the semifinals. Custom auto training games, Bodak being the Catman, Jeff Vanish, Cassius Green. These two guys really know how to get at the randomization. We're at Fort Garry Place in Canada. Lupe Contreras, your announcer. Irina Semenova, your ring card girl. Arturo Fajegas, Herbert Earl. How can he be a judge and a referee? And Hermano Cuevas Colasso. That's a mistake. Anyway, Larry Gaines, the man from Toronto, 6'1" and 197 pounds for this fight. 114, 23, and 5, a few Canadian heavyweight titles. He beat Max Schmeling and Primo Carrera. I can't believe he did that, but he did. Larry Gaines in Montreal split decision to Albert Boulanger, and then beat Kirk Johnson in Toronto by split decision. Jean Pascal coming to us from Laval by way of Haiti. 5'11", 168 for the fight. 27, 2-1. Light heavyweight, super middleweight titles competed in the Olympics. Lost last Canada Day in a fight card to Sammy Leftspring, which started the press for a fight card. Beat Danny Lalonde in Winnipeg by split decision, and in Toronto he beat Sean O'Sullivan by majority decision. Here we go.
judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
So did Larry Gaines pull off an upset to get to the semifinals? The winner gets. Who does? I forget who the winner gets. Arturo Pacheco sees it at 97-94, so it's a unanimous decision. Hubert Earl scored at 97-94 himself, although he was the referee. And Cuevas Colossal says 96-95 for Larry Gaines. Well, he had everything to gain, and he got it. Larry Gaines is now in the semifinals of the tournament. Punches wise, yeah, Pascal only accurate 19% to 40. You're dead. Pascal, the judge, well, the points say that he had a few good rounds. 97, 97, 96. I think the fifth round was huge for Cuevas Colossal. He gave it to Pascal, not Gaines. But yeah, it was like across the board, but yeah. So a gigantic win by Jean Pascal. By Larry Gaines. Next up, our third quarterfinal is the light heavyweight Sam Langford, the Boston Tar Baby, against the bantamweight Carl Tremaine. So this looks like Langford's fight. Kevin Rooney against Phil Borgia for the trainers. Paul Silva-Arena in Montreal. Ben Bentley being your announcer. Jill Bloggs, your ring card girl. Mike England, Clark San Martino, and Arturo Velasquez, your judges. Lee Crooks, your ringside expert. The Boston Tar Baby, Sam Langford, one of the best Canadians around. He was born in Weymouth, Nova Scotia, then came to Cambridge, Massachusetts. He was there for Canada, 5'6", 194 pounds today. Biography, 203, 46 and 52. All these titles and all that. One of the best things around. World Color Heavyweight Champion. World Middleweight title. Personal history. He TKO'd Jimmy McLaren in a Canada Day thing. And then in Montreal, he decisioned both Mysterious Billy Smith and Armand Savoy. So he knows what to do. Carl Tremaine, the man from Listowel, close to where I live in Kitchener. So Tremaine trying to give me some local pride. 5'3" and 119 pounds. 73, 24, and 9. Personal history. He decisioned Charlie Boulanger in Winnipeg, and then he decisioned Tommy Burns, which was huge because Tommy Burns is Tommy freaking Burns. So who wins? I don't know.
ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
Mike England scores about 97-94. Mike England? Yep. Mark Sammartino scores about 97-94. And Arturo Velasquez scores about 96-95. For who? To the Boston Tar Baby, Sam Langford. So Sam Langford gets to the semifinals. Punching accuracy went to Tremaine. Scorecards, points wise, Tremaine, they agreed to have won a few rounds, but 8, 9, 10 was when he was done for. Any big changes? Yeah, Velasquez gave the 5th round to Tremaine, not Langford, unlike the other two. But it doesn't matter. Langford wins near the end, so he's in the semis. One more semifinalist. And it's going to be George Chuvalo, the heavyweight, against the welterweight Jimmy McLaren. Basically, this is the quarterfinal. That's the big quarterfinal. And the winner gets Langford. So, you're going to have a pretty good semifinal with Langford facing one of these two guys, no matter what. Spider Kelly and Danny Milano, the Battle of the Cutmen. From Maple Leaf Gardens. Just what Chuvalo liked. Pat Harker, your announcer. Jasmine Blocks, the ring card girl. Albert Rubenstein, Isaac Shabala, and Paul Herman are your judges. Don Costa, ringside expert. Shabala 3-0, the Toronto Tank, 6 foot and 212 pounds. Biography 73-18-2, the Canadian heavyweight champion. He was a legend in Canada. Gave Ali all he could handle in 2 fights. Personal history, he killed Tommy Burns on the Canada fight card. And then in the tournament in Edmonton and Montreal, he beat Al Ford and Leo Waugh, respectively. Now he's got to face a tough opponent. Jimmy McLaren, the babyface, born in Ireland, grew up in Canada, Vancouver, 5'6" and 138 pounds. For this fight, 55-11-3, the world welterweight champion, Boxing Hall of Fame. He got killed by Sam Langford in a Canada card. He could face him again. And then in Toronto, he beat Sid, the Duo Vanderpool, ruining Kitchener lives. And in Montreal, he beat Eric Lucas. Here we go.
ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
One boss says that Chipotle ate it from We'll see. Website says 99.92. Chalabala says 99.94. Gives him points. And Paul P.B. Herman. And it will be all for Jimmy McLaren. So bad luck for Chavallo, but McLaren beat him in 10 rounds. Punches. Well, Chavallo just couldn't get the punches. McLaren could. Scorecards say that Chavallo cleanly won one round when everything else happens. Rubenstein only gave him the 8th round. Chavallo the 8th round. Herman gave him Chavallo the 4th and the 10th round. But yeah, in the end, Chavallo loses to Jimmy McLaren. Close one. So, Robert Clou against Larry Gaines. So, practically, you got Clou versus Gaines coming up in the semifinals tomorrow, and you got Chavallo versus McLaren. So, basically, whoever wins this matchup, this first matchup, will be the massive underdog to McLaren or Langford. So, it doesn't matter what happens, it just happens this way. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond Ado.